Let me get my hands clean here. Y'all, I am here with a chickpea masala recipe that we're going to cook live in about 30 minutes. So if you are looking for something delicious and nutritious, the Superfood Parents show is here for you. I'm Chef LaQuita Marie. If you don't know me, now you know. If you don't know, now you know, people. I am going to start chopping up garlic because this dish has 5 different vegetables. Y'all know, I tell y'all, get 5 or more fruits or vegetables into every meal, and that's how you become a health hero. So for right now, I am at Jeanna's iFeed. Y'all, this is food pantry food, so we have no more excuses. There's nothing that's not affordable, right? Because here at Jeanna's iFeed Food Pantry, what happens is you can get cabbage. I'm going to show y'all my food today, for example. All of these things are food bank foods. So I don't know if you can see this. Now, I'm not using my food camera today because something happened with my, don't worry about it. I ain't using it. You're gonna see what you see today, and you'll be able to see it very well. And it's a delicious, nutritious situation. Cabbage, onions, they usually don't have garlic. I will say that. So I do have garlic here on the backside, but they do have potatoes almost always at the food bank. Y'all, whenever you use onions, you can use green cabbage because they have a very similar taste and texture and appearance, and they add a delicious flavor. A lot of times, the food bank also gives out chickpeas. Now, y'all see this coconut oil container. This is not coconut oil. I use this for like my face and hands, coconut oil. I stopped eating it the more research I did, but anyway. I do eat it in processed foods, but chickpeas, a lot of times you can get a can of chickpeas. I just buy mine dry because I get them in bulk. I like them organic because I do so much research. Y'all know I'm a nutritionist, officially unofficial nutritionist. And so I really like the, what do you call it? Just the nutritional value of food with fewer pesticides. So if I can get organic, I will get organic. So I'm going to start by chopping up my garlic, and I got my chopping board right here. So you all will be able to see this pretty good. And then I'm going to chop up cabbage because y'all know the cabbage releases such beneficial ingredients. So there's in the cabbage, as you chop it, you get several beneficial nutrients. Same thing with the garlic. I talk about the sulforaphane all the time in the cabbage. I talk about the allicin all the time in the garlic. However, you do not have to worry about which nutrient, what's going on. Don't worry about any of that, y'all. The main thing you have to know is, number one, all foods that grow from the ground, they have fiber, they have antioxidants. That's it. Just remember those 2 things. Y'all know with garlic, you can just pull these little cloves off and then you peel the paper off of these little cloves, okay? That's how garlic works. Since I don't have my food camera for y'all to see up close. Now, I did have my coffee tonight. For all of you that have already clicked the like button, thanks to Gail at Night reminding you, I do order my coffee from rolljava.com. That is, Lord, I gotta fight. All my life I had to fight. You know, you got to do some things, y'all. When you cooking, sometimes you got to do some things. G. Albert, you know about that. So I do have a nonprofit. So whenever you buy rolljava.com coffee, those proceeds go to my nonprofit, Atumpan Edutainment. It's been in existence 25 years. It's cultural edutainment, which means world music, folklore, and dance. Since 1998, I've had that. And every time you purchase rolljava.com coffee, that's ROLLJAVA coffee, that's what you're supporting. Not to mention, you do get premium coffee. It is gourmet, it is higher quality. The beans are roasted and shipped when you order. And I have several roasters around the country that I've partnered with to make that possible. So that's the way it works. So let's get back to this chickpea masala at Jeanna's iFeed Food Pantry, okay? So again, I'm chopping up some garlic. And what I'm going to do with this recipe is simply chop up the onions, garlic, and cabbage, and I'll let those get a little soft in some water. Y'all know I don't typically cook in oil. Like if I'm sauteing food, I learned that you can just literally saute it in water. Water. Yes, water. You do not need oil to saute. So why are we saying that? Well, remember, uh, this particular channel, Superfood Parents, it's all about you being a health hero, right? Y'all, I know y'all sick and tired of going to the doctor and hearing about stuff. Now, I stopped going to the doctor for just anything. I really don't go very much. My labs are always great. And a lot of times, a lot of other people, they go when something feels wrong, when something is happening, right? That ain't me. I don't need to, because guess what? I feel good. Most of the time that you should. Girl, I'm not good with lyrics. I need David Hunt. And y'all know I'm not a singer. Okay. So y'all can hear it. I grew up in church. And when I say grew up in church, we went to church 97 to 120 times a week. I kid you not. I kid you not. That may or may not be a lie, but what all I'm saying is I was counting all those times we was at home and they was just playing church music before or after church. I felt like that I was in church. When we were in the car on the way to church, because our church was an hour away, and we listened to church music. And sometimes we would listen to, Southern gospel, but for some reason, I think my parents knew something, right? I think they knew something because they would play these hymns, like they would be slow singing and flower bringing type of hymns. But look, I think when they wanted us to calm down and be quiet, they would play those hymns for us. But either way, I felt like that was another church service. Then I would get there, we would have prayer service, then we would have Bible study, then we would have a worship service. Look, see what I'm saying? That's like 8 services already, right? So I ain't lying, y'all. And plus, they say the church is in you. The church is in you. Lord Jesus, y'all, the whole cabbage just went down. Let me answer G. Albert's question while I go pick that up, because he wants to know if I have tried ginger root and coffee. You just get a 1/4 teaspoon. Yeah, I'm gonna peel these outside layers off. That's the lovely thing about cabbage. If you drop it or anything like that, peel off the outside leaves. And then what you can also do is cut off the part. So you see how I have this part that's cut? I'm gonna cut that part off, y'all. Anyway, a 1/4 teaspoon of raw honey. Ooh, it's better than okra. Stop your lying. Ain't too many things better than okra, G. Albert, but if you say so. I have not tried ginger root with coffee. And y'all know I put cayenne in my coffee, right? Let me tell you something about these live shows. Anything can happen. So when people give you information, repeat it so that you can go back and try it, So I am going to try ginger root in my coffee, because the Mexican coffee is what they call it when you put the cayenne in there. So that's why I started with the Mexican coffee. Look, I do sound like a PK, because guess what? When you talk about my tambourine game, I can play a tambourine at the drop of, and just imagine if there were cymbals on this glove box. Look, let me tell y'all something. Us PKs, our tambourine game is tight. Y'all, let me get back. See, y'all got me off my square. I'm supposed to be cooking this chickpea potato masala. So let me just do that. Okay. For those of you that are just coming in, we are making this chickpea masala today with onions, garlic, potatoes, cabbage, and chickpeas. That's going to give us 5 different fruits or vegetables. Y'all know I say fruits and vegetables all together, because what I mean is anything that grows out of the ground, that's what we're talking about. Okay. So I'm just going to cut some big chunks of the cabbage like this. And then I'm going to just slice it so that they're kind of like squares, little squares, kind of like onion pieces. So that's the way we'll make sure this is all, what do you call it? That's the way we'll make sure it's all like the same size as the onion pieces. Because remember, I told you when you cook onion and cabbage together, a lot of times you can't tell where the onion begins and the cabbage ends. They kind of work together. The flavors are milder in the onions once they're cooked, and the cabbage gives off such a delicious flavor, you don't feel like you're eating cabbage, okay? I think I put the glove on the wrong hand, because y'all, I'm left-handed, and I think I was supposed to have a glove on this hand and then cutting with that hand. It is what it is. But y'all saw me clean my hands at the beginning of this. So if you are here and you don't want all these vegetables, because y'all know a lot of y'all adults are the main ones scared of vegetables. This is why we're saying be a superfood Parents, whether you're parenting yourself, whether you're parenting children, other people's children, be a health hero. Okay? Are you a veggie vixen? Are you a disease destroyer? Because y'all know part of the reason I do this is because as a nurse, I've been a nurse for over 30 years. I've learned that we can reverse all of these ailments. We can reverse many of them. Y'all know Dr. Lupus, Dr. Brooke Golden. She's the lupus doctor, okay? So for people like Danique Anthony, he does not want to skip his veggies. He does not have to go to energybites.org. I'm gonna go ahead and put this Energy Bits. Y'all know BITS, Energy BITS. Use my code SUPER20 to get 20% off at checkout. So Danique Anthony, he grew up in Jamaica, right? So he's an editor. So he doesn't have to worry about that. They would eat fruits and veggies as they grew, right? Breadfruit grows on a tree. I never knew that, Danique, until I saw the amazing MG in Jamaica doing a video showing herself getting a breadfruit off the tree. So that's why I say fruits and vegetables, because I just feel like if it grows out of the ground, just call it a fruit or vegetable. So I'm just going to turn my cooktop on. This way, we've got about a cup and a half. Y'all know I got my recipe booklet here. I do make these every week, and I did a typo, y'all. Let me show you what I've done with this chickpea masala. I'm gonna put my finger over it because, typically over here is the recipe. Y'all see it still says Supermat, but if I put my finger over it and you look at the ingredients, it is the chickpea masala recipe. All right, that's what we want. There's still a story there about chickpeas and the mountain masala. And of course, there's a game on the back so that you can get information on the nutrients that are in the food. Because a lot of times people want to know what they're eating. They want to know the benefits of what they're eating. I'm going to show you all how much food is in here so far. It's not very much. Okay? It's not very much at all. Like for me, I would typically even add more cabbage. But instead, I'll just put this onion in. Never use a half of an onion, y'all. Just go ahead on and use the whole thing. Thank you so much for saying that you'll remember to send me your recipe, G. Albert, because, I need to know how much ginger root to put in there. That way, if you say it goes with coffee, I believe you. There are so many different flavors. Let me show y'all this onion. This is what I like about vegetables. Unlike meat, if this was a shrimp or something, you would just throw the whole thing out. With vegetables, you just cut the bad part off. So I'm going to cut it down the center, right? And then I'll go ahead and take off the peel on the outside because you got to take off the paper, the brown part, and that outer skin is always a little tough. So I take that one off. But then all these layers are good except that little brown one. So let me find that brown one and let me just take that out. Because luckily they are layers, and look at that. You literally can just pick up that one and the rest of it is fine. You can see that the rest of it is white. So this is also why when they would say you would have different nutritionists or food people, they would try to give you a message and they would say stuff like, just cut out all white food. Well, if I cut out all white food, I would not be eating an onion, a potato, garlic. I would not be eating any of these foods that are white. So this is why I give the nutritional information when I create these recipe cards, because you need that, right? It helps you to know why you're doing something. You know how when you're a kid and you don't really understand things, and so they just tell you, drink eight glasses of water. And they don't say, because you'll get dehydrated. You'll get thirsty. They don't want to give you the details. They're just like, just drink 8 ounces. That's easy, right? So instead of doing that, I feel like y'all are more intelligent and you're entitled to know. Like, we're in the information age, right? I think we just moved into the age of Aquarius. That's the age of knowing. It's not the age of belief anymore, where you just believe what somebody said. You got to know why. You know what I mean? You got to know why. You got to look twice before crossing the street. People that's been hit by a car, they know better. So they're trying to tell you. But once you get hit by a car, we know you're not going to get hit by a car, y'all. We know it's not that extreme, but you get what I'm saying. Because with this texting and walking, people might. Anyway, let me get back on task. Let me get back to the food, because y'all know I will take an analogy. This is what happens when you grow up in church. You know how the preacher will take one analogy and take it to the hilt. That's where I get it from. I'm going to throw this onion in there now that it's chopped up. Okay. Let me remember, this is a very quick 30-minute dish, and we're about halfway through today's show, which means that if you're watching live, this chickpea masala is just about done. Now, I do want to say something about the code on the screen. The meal delivery system, y'all. Oh, I forgot to put the bouillon in here. Let me put that better than bouillon paste in here. Let me tell you about this meal delivery system. They're improving things. Wholeharvest.com. If you don't want to cook your food, you could always just get your meals delivered from them. I'm going to grab a few potatoes and put them on the chopping board while I talk about wholeharvest.com. So y'all, they are upgrading for about 120 days. They're improving their recipes. If you don't want to cook, you can order plant-based meals from them. Things like lasagna. They have lentil balls, which are, like a play on meatballs and all of those kinds of things. So let me tell you, it's a good thing. I'm going to chop up these potatoes while I answer G. Albert's question. Now, I have not seen you all put in #HealthHeroes. So I do want to show you what that looks like, okay? If you have not put it in, and if you're watching, and if you're not sure how to spell it, Health, HEALTH, Heroes, HEROES, okay? That's what we want you to put into the chat. So, anyways, back to where we were. He says, G. Albert says, LaQuita, did you just toss the center of that onion? You could have saved it for all them kittens at your back door to spice up their life. Let me tell you something. With onions at home, I do compost my things. There's a community garden near us, and they have a compost bin so that anybody that wants to put their food scraps in there, they can, okay? So typically I would, but right now, today, I'm at Jeanna's iFeed. I'm just tossing stuff in the trash. I ain't even taking it home. I ain't gonna lie. This is the size of my potatoes. I'm just chopping them into cubes, little cubes, right? Not too small. Thank you, G. Albert. I appreciate you. Like, oh yeah, we gotta do the Health Heroes thing, right? Okay. And of course, if you have not clicked the like button, click it. If you think you'd like to share this with somebody, if you know somebody that you feel like might like this information, this might be good for them, give it to them. So I will say this, for this particular recipe, one of the main things is that you're just letting your vegetables get a little soft, and you're letting your potatoes get a little soft. Because the chickpeas are already cooked, and y'all, I just put mine in water. Chickpeas, I put them in water. I let them sit there in a container for a few hours while I was doing other things. If you don't do that, you don't have to. You can cook them raw. You do get a better nutritional value, like they're better for you. They release other things that are good for your body. Phytophenols is that word, or phytonutrients, but don't nobody want to know that. They release the chickpeas when you soak them in water, any bean. They do release extra goodness for you. However, thank you so much, Nick Anthony, for putting in #HealthHeroes. If you don't soak them, just put them in the water and cook them. And I just put them on like a medium, so that way they're not at a very high heat, because when you cook foods at very high heat, you are cooking some of the nutrients out of them that would have been there. Sometimes you are degrading them, taking them down a notch. But remember, anything that grows from the ground has what? Fiber and antioxidants. You cannot go wrong. Now, the crossword puzzle on the back of this, recipe card. Hold up. I smell food burning. Oh, boy. Let me hurry up. Y'all know I'm in an office park, and like a business office, and the goal is for the people to smell good smells. Let me show y'all mine. This is my processed bowl of spices and seasonings. So I'm gonna chop up this last potato, and once these are soft, I can throw in the potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in that broth. Remember, I told y'all this is a masala. This is the way I make it, so it really does come together quickly. Like I said, cook your chickpeas in water until they're soft. Walk away. Don't think about them. If you put them on medium, the water won't boil out. It'll just simmer and simmer and simmer until they're done. And y'all know potatoes are exceptionally satisfying. If you don't have a can of coconut milk, get you some. I like Simple Organic Truth. Wait, what is this? Simple Truth. I always say the name wrong, but I like Simple Truth, their products. If you can't find organic, sometimes I use the regular one. I don't have organic. So you always shake up your can of coconut milk. That's going to give you the creaminess and the fat. That's why you don't need oil in this. Now, this particular paste, this is a bouillon paste. Better Than Bouillon is the brand, and I'm using a vegetable one today. Okay, this is a vegetable flavor, seasoned vegetable blend. So I'm just going to throw in like a tablespoon of this, and I literally just get a dollop and I put it in there. Okay, this has an amazing flavor. And then when you put it with the water, that's your vegetable broth. So this way, if you're buying vegetable broth and you feel like you need to use the whole thing, but you never do, don't worry about it. Just buy you some of this. And you see how it turns a little beige, a little brown, gives a nice color. I'm going to go ahead and throw my potatoes in here. And you know what? While I'm putting in seasoning, I'm going to put in some turmeric. I think I have one with more in it down here. Let's see. Nope, that's curry. I actually am going to put in curry powder and some turmeric. Y'all, I got to get away from this thing because y'all know I cannot have my makeup coming off in public. Y'all gonna be like, whoa, which brother is that? Is that G. Albert on the screen? I can't let that steam off. That's about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon. Let me see what the recipe says. Y'all know this stuff is in the recipe. I just throw some in. I said half a teaspoon and a half a teaspoon of curry. I have two different curries. I got the Body Out brand, and then I have this organic one. And I think this organic one, this little bottle was like $3 versus $1 at the Dollar Tree. And y'all know how long seasonings last, right? Good grief, the steam will make it get stuck to the top. So that's why I look like I'm putting in a lot, but I'm not. Let me just put the lid on. Oh, I'm gonna throw the potatoes in and put the lid on, okay? Oh, you get your Simple Truth from Kroger, huh, Gail? You know what? I go to Kroger, Harris Teeter. Now, I'm within walking distance of a Harris Teeter. Kroger and Harris Teeter is the same store. It's just Harris Teeter is the more expensive version. They sell the same stuff, same exact brands. I don't even see the difference. I think maybe they have a deli or they have like a wine section. You know, they might have a few things that are a little bit more, I don't know, what do you call it? A little bit more upscale or, you know, whatever. Y'all, let's go to the website. Thank you, Gail, for reminding people that they can get the family ebook, the family playbook. Now, the family food ebook, I don't think I'm offering the ebook on my site anymore because when I upgraded my site, you know, it used to be free on the website. You could just download it. Now that I've upgraded my website, you can get it from Amazon. So I'm going to show you all where you can get it from on Amazon. So that way you can, you know, see the book, and then I'm going to show you a video of the particular, what do you call it? Y'all see that? I just about covered the potatoes. Let me tilt this down so you can see it. Okay. I just about covered those potatoes with water. And then I do have some water. They're going to get soft. There's still some of the liquid from the chickpeas. I'm going to add all of that liquid when I put it in there as well. So I'm just going to let that cook down a little bit. Let me show you all this playbook. Okay. So this way you all can see what's going on. What is this playbook? What it's all about, why you should get it. Okay. First of all, you go right to superfoodparents.com. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, right? And then once you get there, let me show you how this works. This is what the homepage looks like. You'll see me in a cooking demo like that video. And I'm telling you here, y'all get your generational health through nutritional success. I'm here for corporations, businesses, and organizations, okay? So I do workshops for different corporations and whatnot. I'm in an office building now. There are several businesses in this place that we service. So if you scroll down, you can get the digital version right here when you click here. However, at the very top, when you click on Amazon, it will take you to our Amazon shop where I've curated a lot of different lists for you. So I've made it really easy. So let me show you when you click that Amazon button, how it brings you right over here. And when you scroll down, you see the Family Food Playbook is right here in a couple of different places. So it's in this list where you can just get the book. And y'all know my one knife that I use all the time, my Cutco knife. It's here. I've had this knife for 20 years, and y'all see the same knife that I'm cutting up potatoes and cabbage and rutabagas with. I also used to cut up steak and chicken and fish with. So let's go back to let's take this down. You all have seen that. As you put in hashtag Health Heroes, I'm going to let this food continue to simmer because I'm going to show you all a video about this playbook. I do have the playbook right here as well in my hand. So it is a real book, and it does have the grocery lists. And you can take notes. So this is your journal pages. Let me show you one of the grocery list pages. So that we just about lost the whole signal. Let's get out of there. Let's close something out. And let's come on over. Let's let our signal get a little strong. I don't know what we're going to do with it. Let me close that page right there. Let me smile. Did y'all notice anything different? I took my bun down. My daughters were like, "Mommy, you took out your bun." I took out a whole lot of stuff, but that's another story for another day. Remember last week I was telling y'all I was going to do something with my hair? Yeah, that's another story for another day. Let's get over here to the video about this playbook. Okay, so this kind of explains it, and it's on the Amazon shop.
Meal Prep Playbook. In the heart of Nutriville, there's a hero you might not expect. It's not a caped crusader or a mighty warrior. No, this hero is something far simpler, yet astonishingly powerful. A grocery list and weekly meal tracker. Meet our superhero, the weekly planner. With its trusty sidekick, the grocery list, they're about to change Nutriville forever. Chef LaQuita Marie, Nutriville's culinary guru, has unveiled the Super Suppers Playbook, superfoodparents.com. The Super Suppers Playbook is turning ordinary folks into nutritional heroes. This first edition focuses on family-friendly pasta recipes, the cornerstone of wholesome meals. The Super Suppers Weekly Planner helps citizens plan their meals effortlessly. It encourages everyone to embrace the FAVES 100 system, making nutrition easy and enjoyable. With a place to track each day of the week, it's a beacon of guidance in the culinary chaos. And don't forget the grocery list. Armed with this, Nutriville residents navigate the supermarket with precision. Being supermarket savvy ensures they have everything they need for their delicious and nutritious pasta creations.
All right, y'all, that's it. I'm just giving y'all a sneak peek into that just a minute so that since we're talking about our superfood family food playbook, Lord. Now look at this. Now, y'all see what's falling out of here? Y'all know I'm full of resources. So this is the book that corporations receive when they're trying to figure out, okay, let's book LaQuita Marie. Let's bring her in. They get all the good stuff. So like in here, there is a chickpea salad recipe. It explains to them what they're going to get, what this book is for. There's also several games. So y'all see this fiber game right here. That's a fiber game. Let me hold that still so y'all can see it. All right, because I told y'all all foods that grow from the ground, they have fiber and antioxidants. Why do we want fiber and antioxidants? To manage our blood sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol. Fiber pulls out toxins, all these different things. Lord, this steam is about to take me out. Y'all know I can't lose my makeup. There's my Super Mac recipe is also in this book. So yes, that's one of the resources that like the Virginia Department of Health, because I'm in the state of Virginia, those are some of the resources that they receive. Y'all, okay, I have a secret to reveal. While I was showing you that video, I was for real using that time to try to open this can. Remember I told y'all that I have an issue with can openers. They never work very well. They work for like the first week, and then the next thing I know, they start failing. They start losing. Hey, come on in, y'all. And for the people that are coming in, if they know the power of prayer, we just gonna ask them to pray that my can opener finishes opening this can. Because I got two pieces that are stuck. So I'm just opening it up because this is about to be done. Okay. So this is a chickpea masala recipe. And in the book, it says Super Mac. I put the wrong title, but it's the chickpea masala recipe. Did y'all get a recipe card? All right. I'm gonna give you a second one. Okay, you sure? Because there's a crossword puzzle on the back. You might want to do your own thing. You know what I mean? So if you do, there you go. You're welcome. Now this particular recipe does have onions, cabbage, chickpeas, potatoes, garlic, 5 different vegetables. Every vegetable is worth 5 points. So that's going to be a 25-point meal. So we're about to get a taste test and see what this for real tastes like. Is this delicious? Is it okay? Is it not? What's this all about? I'm going to toss in my chickpeas, and because this is pretty much done. Like I kind of turn off the heat once I put in the chickpeas. Jeanna, I have a real quick question for you. Do you plan on tasting this today? Have you had chickpea masala? You've never had it? Okay, good. So y'all, we're going to get a review from somebody who's never had it. All right, thank you. Y'all know I told y'all I was at Jeanna's iFeed. Y'all heard me talking to Jeanna. She's the one that runs the food pantries. Jeanna's iFeed is the nonprofit that manages this space. So I'm just going to taste one potato to see if it's soft enough. That's the only reason we're tasting the potato. But I'm also not trying to get burnt. So let me just throw in the chickpeas. While that happens, let me just put them all in there. Boom. Y'all, this is smelling good because the people that came in were already smiling. Gail is already clapping because she's got a feeling that the super clap sign off is going to go well. I got a good feeling too. I'm going to put in just a couple of my favorite seasonings. 1 is the adobo, and 2 is the body sazon complete. Put in whatever seasoning salt you like to finish this off. However, I usually do add a little bit of garam masala. And then if I forget, I don't add it. And I've never really even tasted the difference. I think I just put in the garam masala because I know it has a lot of spices. And you know, the spices are what heal us. Like those herbs. So, you know, like vegetables are the things, they keep you straight. Vegetables are like food. You got to do it every day to feel good and keep your energy up. Whereas the herbs are like medicine. They're the healers for us. I recently found out, wow, the potatoes are ready. And it's tasting good too. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stir this. I'm going to put in a little bit of seasoning. I'm going to put in this can of coconut milk, and we're done. And then it's going to be time to taste. So I put in about a teaspoon because this is a huge pot. Y'all, if we're looking at servings, I don't know how many servings this is. I can just tell you it's a lot. This wok is deep, okay? And remember, I told you we're in an office part. And so what happens is, with this particular dish, I'm going to show y'all in just a second what's going on here. For the people in the room, see how much food that is? It's a lot, right? This pot is heavy. And I'm left-handed, so my left arm is strong, y'all. So I was struggling a little bit, but I made it. So now that I got those seasonings in there, I'm going to, if you ladies would, I'm going to ask you to please taste it with and without the coconut milk, because you'll notice the difference with the coconut milk giving it that satisfying fatty flavor as if you've added butter or oil or some grease of some sort. That's part of the reason why I really like adding the coconut milk. And some of the traditional recipes that are not a coconut curry, I'll pass it to you. Yeah, you can come on up there, I'll pass it to you. Some of the ones that are not a traditional curry, I have coins for you as well. Some of them, they add tomato to this particular dish. I don't add tomato. I just add what y'all see here. And let me tell you, G. Albert says you can always use that 130 knife with a spoon thing. I know, to open up the can. You know, back in the day, people used to open up cans with the knife. I never knew that. To me, it just looked so dangerous. but I'm gonna use my $130 knife that I've had for 20 years. So y'all know this is a good investment. I will use it to pop the top up, to like lift it up. So far, does it need any additional flavors from what y'all can taste though? It's nice, huh? Okay, thank you. Have y'all had chickpea masala before? You, maybe, right? Because it's literally, as you can tell, it's just potatoes and potatoes and chickpeas. And the food bank, a lot of times they will have all of these ingredients except for garlic. So that's why I show this recipe, because once I add the coconut milk, it's done. I turn the heat off because the coconut milk really doesn't have to cook. It just has to be warm. And because the heat is already high, we're good to go. Did you ladies have any questions for me, the people that are here in the room so far? Oh, so now you got another recipe for chickpeas. So if you just sent your daughter a chickpea recipe, look, now you got a new one to send as well. So I'm going to give y'all a cup with the coconut milk. All right. I'm going to try it again because I ain't gonna lie. I like my food a little salted, especially because potatoes will soak up the salt. So I'm gonna taste another potato. And look at David Hunt coming in here talking about he likes coconut milk. David Hunt, I was singing earlier, okay? And I was off key. And I know you're a singer, David. We heard you this morning. Oh, but I can sing a song that you were singing. I'm gonna sing it if the food is good. David is saying greetings and salutations. That knife could be a secret Santa tool. It could be. That's a good gift for somebody. So you think this looks better than the mac and cheese because it doesn't have okra, huh, David? Well, let me tell you something. Y'all can absolutely add okra in here and you can puree it and nobody will probably know the difference. Uh-oh. The people in the room shaking their head, David. Let me stop talking. Let me just stop talking. Let me start rocking and tasting. That's nice. I am gonna hit it just a little with like another half a teaspoon of each. So that way, once all the flavors soak in, it's ready. Oh, let me turn the fire off. This is done, y'all. It's time to check out the, to see if this is super clap ready. Because if so, I'm gonna change the music to our super clap sign off. Oh, y'all know what I do sometimes too? I gotta smush the potatoes so that the sauce will thicken up. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Because I'm like, yeah, I ain't want to say nothing. I saw her. Right. Y'all don't have to add no potato starch or nothing. The food will thicken itself, okay? So now when y'all get it this time, it's going to be a little thicker and creamier. And we'll see if the food is good, if y'all like it, if it's better, let me know. My favorite thing to do is clap. And that's how we know it's time for the super clap sign off. I start clapping. Okay, so who is coming to get these samples? Or do you want me to walk it over there? I'll bring it over to you. No, you're fine. Either way. This is very hot, so hold it at the top if you need to. You know what? That's a good question. Is this a soup? Thank you so much, G. Albert, for being here today. I would not call this a soup because I a lot of times eat this over rice. But some people would consider it a soup because it is kind of soupy, But y'all let me know if you taste the difference with the, with the coconut milk. Do you taste the flavor? Does it taste like coconut milk? So that's not a good one for you then. You preferred it without then. So let me tell you, a lot of people make this without coconut milk, but they do add tomatoes to it, So you can do it either way. So y'all, we got somebody that doesn't care so much for coconut milk and they're like, I can taste it. I liked it better the other way. And you can give us your review as well because the coconut milk gives it that full mouth feel, that fatty flavor. It gives it that creaminess. You like it? Hey. All right, y'all. We got a 50-50 here. Let me find Patricia or somebody, anybody, please. Y'all know Patricia is the person that is at the front desk. And she'll usually taste things for us and give us a review as well. I'm going to go, I'm going to put on the super clap music because so far people are looking, even the person that said they don't like coconut milk is still eating it, y'all. So I think that's a good sign. Oh, you eating the vegetables out because they didn't soak up the milk yet. So we know we're good. I'm gonna see if Patricia was gonna taste it. Y'all hold tight. Honest review. All right, good news, y'all. Patricia was out there hanging out. It's very hot. You feel it?
I see the thing.
Yeah. So blow it, please. Be safe. And y'all know, we definitely have Gialba. We got some honest folks in the room. Gialba is saying hello to everybody.
Hello. It is. What's that? It's
Come on over, so they can see you.
I'm trying to. Hey.
I'll tilt the camera up. You're fine.
Hey, everybody.
So you're trying to figure out what's in it?
Yes, one is real standing out. Is it curry?
There is some curry, but you might taste the coconut milk. That might really, because I didn't put very much. I only put like a little bit because I don't like a strong curry flavor. Yeah. So I did put a little curry. I put a little garam masala, and what else is in there? Potatoes.
No, it's good. Yeah, no,
you're not a curry person.
I'm not a curry person.
Oh, and we have a person that's not a coconut milk person.
You taste the coconut?
She tasted it before the coconut and she liked it, but then with the coconut, she was like, "Nah, this ain't me." But she was eating the vegetables out of it because she was like, "That part's still pretty good." Y'all hear that? We do have some honest folks in the room. This is good.
Yeah, it is good.
No. I mean, the reviews are good. I like the honesty. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
The food is different. I think it's just because I don't like curry. Then that's what I'm. That's gonna stand out.
Got it. You tasted it.
But it is good. It's a good dish. And probably she would have let me taste it before the curry.
That would have been another good one, huh? Look, you know what? You said what now? One with and one without, and it's very easy to do because y'all saw it was already said all the last thing. So I could have just brought half of it out, and then boom, put the milk in with the last part.
There you go.
Hey, thank you so much. All right, y'all. I'm going to put some samples out for other people to try, but we're going to sign off because we got our vote of confidence. We got our moment of truth here. People have told us what they think, which means we do encourage you all to try this dish. It's super economical. It has the cheapest ingredients that make a huge pot of food. And even if you don't make it to the store for the can of coconut milk, you have everything that you need. Like, it's delicious, without that. So I'm going to say goodbye. We are going to do our super clap sign off. So I'm just going to crank the music up so that way y'all can have a good time as we say goodbye to y'all. And thank you, ladies. If y'all have any questions for me, because you can definitely ask. Take care, DJ Is. Okay. You do.